Hello students, so we are starting chapter 6 today. We are looking at interpreting data. Chapter 6 is about scatter plots, so a little bit different than what we've been doing for the past few units. So we're going to start with some vocabulary and terminology. So first of all, as we make a scatter plot, we are plotting points on a grid. If our points seem to follow some sort of pattern, then we say that a relationship exists between the two variables. So discrete data. This is a set of data that cannot be broken into smaller parts. We use a dashed line when we are connecting our points. So for example, I have the number of customers in a store on my x-axis and number of DVDs purchased on my y-axis. So what this is referring to is if we look at our x and y axes, we're looking at people and we're looking at number of DVDs. Well, I either have one customer or two customers or three customers, and they're going to be purchasing 2 or 3 or 4 DVDs. There are no decimals allowed. I don't have 1.5 people. They can't purchase 10.3 DVDs. And so because I cannot break down my axes into smaller pieces, into decimals, we say that this is discrete data, and so we would use a dotted line to connect our points if they form a straight line. Contrary to that, we have continuous data. So this is a set of data that can be broken down into smaller pieces or segments and still have meaning. Here we would use a solid line to connect our points. So for example, if I'm looking at foot length and height, I know that my foot can be 30 centimeters, 31 centimeters, it could be 30.5 centimeters, well it's a bit big, but you understand my point. We can take our length and our height in centimeters and we can take decimal values. If our data points are completely random, I've plotted my points and they don't seem to form a straight line at all, then we would say that no relationship exists here. And if we look at my example, I'm plotting your height versus a IQ level. So we would expect that there is no relationship between your height and someone's IQ. Trend. So the word trend, that's describing a relationship between two variables for which the independent variable is time. So looking here at my x-axis, I've got time in years, and my y-axis, my dependent variable is number of purchases. So if I were to ask you to describe this relationship, I would actually use the word trend because we are talking about time. And you'll see this a lot in the news. Okay, so I'm going to give you a few scatter plots. We are going to look at our axes. We are going to determine if our data is discrete or continuous. So can I break down my pieces and my x and y axes into smaller pieces or not? B, we are going to determine if the plotted points are random or if there seems to be a pattern. And C, we are going to determine if a relationship exists, and if it does, then we are going to describe it. So looking at the first example, years in business and number of clients. So x-axis is years, y-axis is clients. So I would say that this is discrete data. Okay, I cannot break down my number of clients. So if I were able to connect my points, I would be using a dotted line. Okay. Is there a pattern? So there does seem to be a pattern. You can see I drew in this red line here just to show you that the points seem to be moving in this upward direction. And so since they're following this direction, this pattern, I would say that yes, a pattern exists. And if I ask you to describe this relationship, well, I would say that as the number of years increases, the number of clients also increase. So the longer this company is in business, the more clients it has. And that's why I drew in that red line to help me describe that. As X gets bigger, Y gets bigger. Looking at our second example, title is monthly video rental, x-axis is month, y-axis is videos rented. So again, this is discrete data because I can't break down the number of videos rented into smaller components. Looking at the points here, there is no line that kind of approximates the move of the points, so I say that they are completely random. There is no pattern. So there's no relationship to describe there. Moving on, Fuel consumption by vehicle weight. So my x-axis is the weight in tons. My y-axis is fuel consumption in liters per 100 kilometers. So weight can be broken down into smaller components, and so can fuel consumption. You see that when you go to a gas station, number of liters purchased, there are always decimals in there. So this is continuous data. If I were able to connect my points with a straight line, it would be a solid line. Do I see a pattern? I clearly do see a pattern. I can see that my points are moving in this upward direction. So if I were to describe my pattern, I would say that x is increasing, y is increasing, which means that as weight increases, fuel consumption increases. So if I write that out in a sentence, I would say that the heavier the car, the more fuel it's going to use. My next example, I've got heart rate and temperature as my title. My x-axis is temperature in degrees. My y-axis is heart rate in beats per minute. So temperature in degrees can be broken down into smaller pieces. I can see it's already done there on my x-axis. Heart rate in beats per minute, so you can argue that this could be broken down or could not be broken down. That's up to you. You can argue it either way as long as you justify your answer. I'm going to say that yes, it can be broken down into smaller components. So I'm going to say that this is continuous data. Okay, as long as you justify your response, you will not lose marks when I ask you to describe continuous or discrete when we have a topic that could possibly go either way. Okay, so continuous. If I were to draw a line, I can see that my points are moving again in this upward fashion, which means that as temperature increases, my heart rate is also going to increase. So if I were to describe that, that's exactly what I'm going to say. As the temperature increases, I don't know if we're talking about a child here, I'm not sure what we're talking about, but I would say as the temperature increases, the heart rate is also increasing. Looking at my next example, the title is Weight and Tail Length in Perch. X-axis is weight in grams, y-axis is tail length in centimeters. Both of these, weight and tail length, can be broken down, so this is definitely continuous data. If I look at my points and examine how they're moving, they are kind of moving in this upward position here. If I were to draw a line, it would look something like that, which means that as my weight increases, so does my tail length. So I do have a pattern. If I describe the pattern, I'm going to say that the heavier the fish, because my weight is increasing, the longer the tails, because the tail length is increasing. Finally, my last example here, title is Executive Age and Salary. So along my x-axis, I've got an age in years. Along my y-axis, I've got the salary in thousands of dollars. So age in years, here, continuous or discrete, I can argue this. I can say potentially that I am 20.5 years, and you could also argue, well, you're either 20 or 21. So as long as you justify your answer here, you can call this discrete or continuous. I would accept both answers. Do I see a pattern here? I do not. If I try to draw a line showing how these points are moving, there is no pattern there. So I wouldn't be able to describe the relation there. Okay, let's turn the page. Okay, so here we're going to actually construct a scatter plot. And our investigation here is how is tree height related to age? So we've got a table here. This is one table. It's just gone on to a second row here because there wasn't enough space. So this is all one table. When you are presented with a table that is running horizontally instead of vertically, I always take the first column to be my x and the second to be my y. Okay, so age will be x, height will be y. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plot all these points. Now, we are going to choose which variable is independent, which is dependent. Again, I talked about that. X is always my first column, Y is always my second. When I construct my scatter plot, I'm going to have to look at my values to determine what increments or intervals I should be using along my axes. I need to think about this. Once I've plotted my points, I can analyze my data and determine if it is continuous or discrete. I can determine if there is a pattern, and if there is, explain. Okay, so here we go. So on my grid, I always have a title, so it's tree height versus age. My x-axis is age, so age of trees. I'm plotting my points. I've gone up by ones on this grid. my height in meters for my tree. Again, there's enough space for me to go up by increments of 1. I plot all of my points from my table. There they all are. Okay, and there's also this point down here. We'll talk about that shortly. So, is this continuous or discrete? Well, again, we're going to determine, can I cut down age into smaller pieces? Can I break down height into smaller pieces? The answer would be yes, I can. So I'm going to go ahead and say this is continuous. Part C asks, before we move on to describing the trend, is there a point that doesn't fit the pattern? Yes, there is a point. So we can see that if I were to describe the pattern, I see this, all these points are moving this way in this upward fashion, except for this one point that's down here. So there is a point, the coordinates are 14, 1, okay, that don't seem to fit the pattern. And so we call these points that don't fit outliers. Okay, so you might want to highlight that word so you know what it means. Now, why do we have an outlier? Well, it's possible, remember we're graphing trees in age, it's possible that a tree was injured early on or it was diseased and so it didn't grow properly. Okay, for whatever reason, one tree didn't really fit the pattern. Okay, so going back to my graph, I want to describe this pattern. If I were to, again, draw a line showing how these points are moving, it's upwards, which means age is increasing and height is increasing. So I put that together into a sentence. As age increases, so does the height. Alternatively, I could say the older the tree, the taller it is. So for homework, I'd like you to look at page 326, answer 1 to 7. Talk to you soon, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good day.